So I'm Jamal. I'm currently studying Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, and I'm on my final year of my degree.
I'm Alex. I'm in third year of Exercise and Sports Science. So the Telehealth placement was a 6-week program where we worked with a client from RMIT staff to build a program for them, an individualised exercise program for them. So that included at the start having an initial interview with them, talking through their wants and what they required for their program, then building that individualised program for them with progressions and all different things that they needed to fit in with their lifestyle.
So each week the client will come in, we'll kind of monitor their progress. So on the initial weeks, we provided them with a program, an individualized exercise program, trying to get them trying to get them in the routine, trying to get them more kind of physically active, especially during these times, to reduce kind of prolonged sittings, and also educate them about the importance of physical activity and also living a healthier life as well.
We talk through how they were going with the program, talk with my supervisor to then get feedback on how I went with that session, talk through any technique problems that they were having during the week, and just try and help fix everything from a video, basically.
Well, my name's Maddy and I'm the Women in STEM Student Engagement Program Coordinator at RMIT. I saw the Telehealth fitness program advertised, I think it was on Yammer, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. What I did know is that we just started our second lockdown in Melbourne, and I was in a bit of a rut with my fitness, so I thought, look, it can't hurt, I'll sign up and learn more about it. So I was paired with a student, Emmett, and his supervisor, Vince, and it was really great to meet with them the first time, where they really outlined what would happen over the next 6 weeks. And I outlined my goals, my fitness goals, and then Emmett set up a program for me. But over the 6 weeks I've built up, and I'm now running, which I've never done before, 30 minutes non-stop, which I'm really happy with, and that's all thanks to the Telehealth fitness program and the work that I've done with Emmett. Yeah, it really allowed me to build up both strength and cardiovascular fitness. So not only the running, but different strength programs that I could do within my small space at home. Things like using a door frame to do pull-ups, and different things that didn't require any equipment or a lot of space, because I'm in a very narrow terrace kind of setup. So that was really excellent to gain that fitness aspect through the program.
With it being delivered online, it was definitely more convenient. That is for myself, because then I could fit that around other uni commitments and with the workload, as well as work and other commitments outside of that. But it was also convenient for the client, because they could just hop on, it fit into their work lifestyle, and it enabled us to all connect via that way.
It was like, I really thank RMIT Sports Academy and also Liz for kind of coming up with the placement, because it not only allows me to kind of finish off my hours and graduate, but it also shows me off, like kind of teaches me another kind of way of coaching clients also, because nowadays it's all online, and this telehealth just gives me kind of a boost and gives me kind of a guide into how to do things in the future.
Yeah, it really worked well to have the program delivered online. It could just, in my lunch break, check in with Emmett and have that regular check-in weekly. And, you know, 1 minute you'd be doing your work, and the next minute you'd be being able to focus on your health and fitness. So I think that if it was in person, I honestly don't think it would have worked as well for me. Having that extra commitment, I'm based at the city campus. I think a lot of exercise science is at Bundoora, so there would have been that geographical barrier, as well as fitting things in and getting to different places. And plus it was just really nice to catch up with Emmett and Vince each week online while we've all been in lockdown.
Having a supervisor was probably the most important thing. You do learn a lot. So during, like after every online session, telehealth session with the clients, I would get feedback from Vince, who was my supervisor. So I'll get feedback in terms of what things are done right, what things I need to improve on, a couple of other things as well I should add on. So having that kind of instant feedback straight after kind of having the session with the client is really good, because you do learn things. Like, I learn a lot. Like, that's the kind of the main thing like I really like about this, because you just get that feedback straight away.
It was really, really valuable having somebody there who had that knowledge and who had that experience, because I haven't had that much experience in this area. This area was definitely a weakness of mine, and so Vincent was able to kind of back me up in my decisions, or ask me why I was making decisions, and make sure that I was making things from an evidence-based background, and making sure that I was kind of justifying every decision I made.
The unexpected benefit for me through this telehealth fitness program has been discovering a love of running and getting more involved with home strength sessions as well, and realising that you don't need huge amounts of equipment or big amounts of time or big amounts of space to really make headway with your fitness. Likewise, I'd mentioned the restrictions in my space and how I didn't really have any equipment, so the program was fully tailored around that. But most of all, Emmett was fantastic at listening to what I was looking for in my telehealth fitness assessment and program, and adapting it based on what was working and what needed to be improved.
So a benefit to me was definitely that I now have all of these resources that I've created for the client to use. So I created videos of all the exercises, I created all these different exercise banks, detailed prescriptions and detailed justifications of all the exercises, and now I have a bank of resources set up that I can use in the industry for when I graduate at the end of this year. I'm ready to go out and take on possibly another client and help them out with the resources that I've built from this. As
students, when you go to placement, you're not first-hand involved, you're more kind of observing. But with this kind of online placement, like Vince allowed me to do a lot of things. So I was in charge of kind of coming up with the program, the program for the clients, also setting goals, short-term, long-term, really getting to know and, extracting all the information I can from the clients. I was really happy to kind of actually do this telehealth online, because I was in charge of a lot of things, and, I got to do a lot of things. It was more kind of practical for me. So that's what I loved more. So it was very unique to any other placements you would do on site.
My plan at the end of my degree, which is at the end of this year, is to go on to a Masters of Sports Analytics. And with that, I would then like to work in high performance sport, working with the AFL, hopefully.
Yeah, so after I graduate after this year, I'm intending on becoming a physio or AEP, so an accredited exercise physiologist. What I want to do is kind of work in the rehab sector, so working clinically, so in hospitals, or even home care as well, just helping out individuals with chronic conditions, and also to kind of increase, their quality of life.